Thank you for attending to our FOL for today. All right. So let's start first with the slide presentation. All right. So my name is Ardina Asri, and I am the application engineer at acadsystems Penang, Shanghai. So for today's topic, we're going to learn on how we can export the bridge that we designed in InfraWorks into Civil 3D software. All right, so I hope that you can hear my voice clearly, and also you can also view my current screen, which is we are currently in PowerPoint, Microsoft PowerPoint. So if you do have any issues, you cannot hear my voice, you cannot see my screen, you can just let me know. All right. Okay. Next slide. All right. So for the demonstration for today, these are the bridge that we create in InfraWorks. All right. So basically, this is the bridge that we create in InfraWorks. So from this InfraWorks software, this bridge InfraWorks software, we're going to export this bridge into Civil 3D. So this is what will look like in Civil 3D when we export this bridge into Civil 3D. Okay. All right. So the reason why we are exporting the bridge from InfraWorks to Civil 3D is that we want to create a detailed design in Civil 3D, and also we want to export the drawing of those bridge that we create in InfraWorks directly into Civil 3D. All right, so the Civil 3D interface is more likely like AutoCAD, so that's why we want to export those bridge that we create the 3D bridge in InfraWorks into Civil 3D to have the drawing. Either we want the 2D drawing or the 3D drawing, we can import them into Civil 3D to get that drawing. Okay, so there are two ways on how to export the bridge from InfraWorks to Civil 3D, which is the first one is we're going to use the opening InfraWorks model in Civil 3D directly. So because Civil 3D and InfraWorks and Civil 3D is two main software which we can create a civil structure or civil works like a road, bridge, and so on. So that's why these two software have the connection where we can just open the InfraWorks model directly in Civil 3D. All right. Yeah. So because these two is very connected, that's why we can just open directly from Civil 3D. And then the second one, or the second option that we're going to use is we're going to export the IMX file first from InfraWorks. Basically, if you want to open this IMX files function is that if, for instance, from InfraWorks model, you want to open this model in Civil 3D or Revit, we can also export first the model or the project into IMX files, and then we can import the IMX files into other software. All right, so that is the second option that we can use to export those bridge file or bridge project into Civil 3D. All right, okay, so I'm going to go to my InfraWorks model. InfraWorks. Okay, so this, I hope that you can see my current interface, which is in Autodesk InfraWorks currently. All right, so I'm using Autodesk InfraWorks 2022, and then these are the list of projects that I have created previously in InfraWorks. So basically, I have like the bridge project. I have road project mainly. All right. So what we're gonna do first is that before we start with exporting those InfraWorks files into Civil 3D files into Civil 3D software, I'm going to show you first the additional information where we can create analysis for our bridge in InfraWorks. All right. Okay. So to create or to do the analysis, I'm going to open just any project here. which consists of bridge. Okay, so I opening the road PS here. So in this project, these are the bridge that I have created for this project. You can see over here, just a simple bridge over here. All right. I see someone is coming in. So welcome to the one that just joined in. We are currently, I'm just showing how to do the analysis for the bridge girder in InfraWorks. Okay, so like this one, I have a bridge over here. All right, so I have bridge, so I'm gonna click on the bridge. Okay, so to do the analysis is that when I just slightly bring zoom in a bit and I click on this road over here, and then information will come up on the right side over here. Okay, this is like the properties of the one that we have selected. Okay, so currently, if you notice, we select the road, all right, not the bridge. So that is one you need to note is that if you click on the road surface, on this road surface over here, even it is on the bridge, but you click on this road surface, it will, basically you will select the road, not the bridge. All right, that is the first one that you need to take note. So in order to do the analysis is that you need, you must select the bridge, not the road. All right, because we want to do the analysis for the bridge, so we need to select the bridge, not the road. So I'm gonna click how to click the bridge is that either you click on the foundation over here, or you click on the girder. All right. So that one will make you select the bridge, not the road. Okay, I'm gonna click on this foundation. So if you see on the right side over here, we have bridge. Okay, so currently we are selecting the bridge. All right, so from this bridge, we're gonna do analysis. So to do the analysis, like for instance, I'm gonna do the girder analysis. So go to analyze up here, and then under the structures tab here, we have line girder analysis. This one is for performing analysis and design checks on bridge girders. Okay, so this one, the one that we're gonna use. And then the second one is refine analysis. So this is more to like finite element analysis. All right. So I'm not going to touch up for the finite element analysis here. I'm going to show you on the line girder analysis only. So you click on this line girder analysis. All right. And then here you can change the name to project name to process salad bridge or any name that you want to change. And then permissible factor over here. If you like your calculation have your own permissible factor, you can just type in here. Okay, so currently I am using the 0.950. So and then you can just click on start analysis down here, then it will start the analysis. Okay, and it might take some time if your bridge is very big or very long bridge. It might take quite some time to finish the analysis, but I think because current model that I opened currently is quite not a very long model, so that's why the analysis is quite fast. All right, so I think we can wait for the analysis, or I can just show you the one that I have done for the analysis. All right, so the analysis is complete, and either you can also open the output folder, or you can select a girder to view the result, to view the each element result for the girder. All right, so if you click open output folder, there will be a report over here, and then there is a PDF file. So from here, you can also know the result. You can also read the result from here, or you can select girder to view result. So I'm gonna click on one of the girder that we have done the analysis, maybe like this red color here. Click that first, and then click that again here. And then currently I am selecting this girder, only this girder, not this one, this one girder here. And then if you see on the right side here, this is the result for the girder, this particular girder, not all girder. So if you see, this girder is, because the live load bending is above 0.95, so meaning that this girder is already filled. Okay, if you see, we have like the green, yellow, and red color here. So if your the girder that we have that you have done the analysis is in the result is it is in red color, meaning that it is failed. You cannot use this kind of sizes or this kind of length or distance for this girder. So that is the first one. And then if it is in yellow color, means that it is still can be considered to be used, but it is more like a warning, because the factor here is very close to the one that we set for the permissible factor. So yeah, that one that's why it is in yellow color. All right. So if I click on the next girder here, tap. All right. So for this girder, it is okay. Okay, if you see here, it is okay for this girder. All those girder is in green color, meaning that the analysis is okay, and then this girder is passed to be used for this construction of the bridge. Okay, so that is just a simple analysis for the bridge girder. All right, just for your additional information for InfraWorks regarding the analysis. So let's go back to the main that we want to learn for today, is that we want to export those those InfraWorks bridge into Civil 3D. So how to do that? So the first thing that you need to take note is that you need to close first your Autodesk InfraWorks model, because basically, as we all know, we cannot open one project or one files in at the same time, all right, concurrently. So that's why we need first to close our InfraWorks model, and then we can open in our Civil 3D software. Okay, so to close, I'm going to close first my InfraWorks model. Okay, sorry. That will be Autodesk Civil 3D. So this is my Autodesk Civil 3D. I hope that you can see here. Okay, so to import the InfraWorks model, is that, as I said just now, those InfraWorks and Civil 3D is quite connected between these two models, because it is a civil structure or civil works software. So that's why we have this InfraWorks tab special up here. So I'm going to click on here. We're going to first learn on opening the InfraWorks model directly in Autodesk Civil 3D. So to do that, I'm going to use this open model. You see over here, open InfraWorks model. These are the two ways to import those model, which is first is open model and import IMX. So this one you're going to see later. I'm going to see first open model. So click open model. And then for the InfraWorks model, this thing you must take note, you need to know where are your InfraWorks model has been stored. So basically, when you create a model or create an InfraWorks model in InfraWorks, so basically when you save the model, save the file or the model, there is a specific location where those model will be stored. Okay, so to find them, you can go to documents, and then in document you will have Autodesk InfraWorks models. So click on this one, and then in here click on Autodesk 360, and then these are the files for our project or for our files in InfraWorks. So if I click directly from here, this is my bridge Pasir Salak model. Okay, I'm going to open this one. So I'm going to click this one, and I'm going to open. So once I open, you see on this coordinate system, there is like some error here. Please set a coordinate system. So this one you need to take note. You need to set a coordinate for the model that we want to import into our Civil 3D. So you can click on set a coordinate system, or you can use the InfraWorks model coordinate system. Okay. Use the InfraWorks model coordinate system. And if you try to use the InfraWorks model coordinate system and there is still some error, the red color error over here, maybe like say it says that it is unsupported, the coordinate is unsupported. So that one you need to use, you need to manually set the coordinate system for this drawing in Civil 3D. So click on the select a coordinate system for the drawing. And then in here, you can choose the categories that will be the location of your model. Maybe your model you create in Singapore or in Thailand. So that one you can choose the country that you create your bridge in which location. Okay, so for mine, I'm creating the model in Malaysia, so I'm selecting Malaysia, and then the available coordinates also depends on what coordinate that you used in InfraWorks previously. So that one you must remember. So like for mine, I remember what my available the coordinate system that I use in InfraWorks. So that will be Peninsular Malaysia RSO systems in meters. Okay. And this is the second option on how you can set the coordinate system for in Civil 3D to act in order to import those InfraWorks model. Okay, now click on apply and click on OK. All right, so that is for manually set the coordinate system. And then we have as well the selection area. So the selection area is, we have two options here, which is extent of InfraWorks models, and then the second one is area of interest. So extent of InfraWorks models means that you will import the whole InfraWorks model. Okay, or you can also use the area of interest. Like for instance, in the InfraWorks model that you want to import is quite big. The size is quite big. So you want to import that particular location. Maybe you want to import those road only, those location or those particular area of the road. So that one you can choose area of interest. Okay, you can click. So for now, I'm going to import the whole InfraWorks model. Choose this one. And then the last one is we have selection set. So for this selection set is for, like, for instance, the InfraWorks model that you want to import into Civil 3D have, they have like many set, like for instance, we have here the terrain surfaces, planning roads, component roads, we have rocky areas, bridges, and so on. So like for instance, you don't want to import as well in this drawing, you don't want to import rocky areas or the component roads, you can always untick all these things. Okay, so that is the function for the refine selection set. So I'm going to click on OK first here. Okay, so once you have done with the setting, now you can open the model. Okay, so once you open model, there will be like import progress to import all those elements from InfraWorks into our Civil 3D. All right, so I'm gonna tick here first. So if I just like slightly zoom over here, let me find mine. Okay, so this is the area for our InfraWorks model, and then the bridge that we have in the InfraWorks model is this one. Okay, if you can see over here, let me just slightly move. All right. Okay, so that is our bridge. This bridge is quite big, so my Civil 3D is quite lagging. Okay, so this is the bridge. So for instance, I'm gonna click on this one, this foundation. So if I click this one, and if you notice over in Civil 3D on the left side here, the information here, the name will be foundation 1. So that is the one good things or the advantage where when we export those InfraWorks model into Civil 3D, all the parameters and information that we have that we set in InfraWorks will be export as well in Civil 3D. Okay, like for instance, I click on this red color element here. This one is buyer number 2. And this one, click on here, and if you see, when I click on the girder, and up here we have civil bridge girder. All right, so that is the first option where we can set. We open the model. You open directly the InfraWorks model in Civil 3D. Click on this one. What is this? This one is the deck. This is the deck. So yeah, and then going to see in the 3D for the foundation here, right click and click on object viewer, and that is our civil 3D. Sorry, that is our foundation. Okay, so that is the first option to open or to export the civil, the InfraWorks into civil 3D. So the next one is, I'm going to click new drawing here. So the next one is we're going to use the IMX file. So I'm going to open my InfraWorks first. Okay. So what we're going to need to do here is we're going to export first the IMX files, and then the IMX file we're going to import into Civil 3D software. Okay, so for instance, I have this bridge Pasir Salah again, so I'm going to open this one. And how to export the IMX file is, right, so where is my bridge? Okay, so this is my bridge. This is my bridge. Okay, I'm gonna click on this bridge. So currently it is selecting the bridge. So you can right click this one, and then we have publish civil structure. So this one is also being used for exporting into Revit and also in Civil 3D. That these two model, these two software. Okay, click on publish civil structures, and then I'm gonna create new. So this one will be backup master 10. So you can always rename the name for the civil or the IMX file that we're going to create now later. Okay, this one will be in bridge basis backup master. All right, Autodesk civil data. Make sure that you remember the IMX file will be in Autodesk civil data files. Okay, and I'm gonna click on create. Okay, so it is currently. All right, I'm sorry, I did not share with you the Autodesk InfraWorks. I'm so sorry. Okay, sorry. Okay, so currently this is my InfraWorks model, right? If you can see. Okay, so this is the one that I'm going to export first the IMX files, and then we're going to import the IMX files in Civil 3D. So to export the IMX files, you can click on the bridge. All right, make sure that you are currently selecting the bridge. The information up here is bridge, and then you can right click, and then you can click on publish civil structures, and then create new. Okay, so this one is where the IMX file will be stored, which is it will be stored in documents, Autodesk civil data, bridge Pasir Salah, and backup master number 11. All right, so make sure that you remember those location, and then the name over here, maybe we can rename it as the bridge civil 3D. Bridge civil 3D. All right. So that, okay, and then I'm going to click on create. So once I click on create, it will publish those civil structures, those bridge that we export. Okay, and yep. And then now let's open back our civil 3D. All right, so currently I am in my civil 3D, and then I'm going to click on import IMX. So click on import IMX over here, and then what you can find is that you can go to documents, and then that one will be Autodesk InfraWorks model, and then find the Autodesk civil data. Okay, bridge Pasir Salah, and then this is the model that we create, which is bridge 3D. Actually this bridge civil 3D. So click on this one. Let's see. Okay, this one. All right, so this one is the bridge here. Click on these IMX files, and then I'm going to click on open. So once I click on open, the model will be imported into this civil 3D. So if you see, only the selection area, because we selected the bridge, so that is why only this small area will be imported into our civil 3D. Like just now, for this drawing one here, a whole project, a whole model from InfraWorks will be import into Civil 3D. You see, it is very quite big. So, but if you use the IMX file, only that particular element or particular bridge will be exported into Civil 3D. So the same thing as well. If I click on this one, then I have the information for this one as the foundation, the top elevation as well. It will be automatically updated in here. So all those parameters that we create, that we design in InfraWorks will be automatically updated in Civil 3D as well. So that is the advantage of exporting between these two software. All right, so and then now you can just start with your drawing for your bridge design. All right, so I think that is just a simple workflows on how you can do to export from InfraWorks to Civil 3D, and then from Civil 3D as well you can export back into Autodesk InfraWorks. Okay, this one works as well in Revit. You can also do in Revit. So, like for instance, the bridge in InfraWorks you create, you want to export into Revit, and then you want to add all those connection, all those or you want to add all those connection for your bridge. So you can do that in Revit. You can always export the IMX files that we did just now, the same way that we did, and then import the model, the IMX file into Revit. So the same thing as well. So that one, for that tutorial I have done in my previous free online lesson. So you can go to our YouTube. Let me just show you where is the share. Okay, I'm gonna click here. So you can always go to you can go to our website, and then down below here we have this one, the YouTube logo. So click on that YouTube, it will directly bring to our YouTube channel, and then in here, I'm not mistaken, that will be okay, this one, bridge from InfraWorks into Revit with structural detailing. So in here I have shown on how we can export the bridge from InfraWorks into Revit, and then I also teach on how you can add those. Like for instance, you want to add the connection, you want to add like the bolt, the all those connection, the bolt, and then the padding. So I have shown in this tutorial. So you can always go and check in our YouTube channel. All right. So I believe there is no question from you guys, from the crowd. So I think that is all from my free online lessons. Okay, thank you so much for joining our today's free online lessons. I hope to see you guys very in the future again. Okay, and yeah, stay safe everyone. Thank you and bye bye.